Hello creators, and welcome to the Kearin Video Vault, where we revisit life-changing content from deep within our video archives. What if you were never meant to use, apply, or practice the law of assumption? What if the moment you try to follow it, master it, or make it work, you've already forgotten the most important truth of all? You are the law. In this video, you'll rediscover why there's no technique, method, ceremony, or missing secret you need to find. Why you were never meant to remain a student or follower of the law, and why true faith isn't faith in a power outside of you, but faith as the power of I am. Because the law of assumption isn't something you use to create your reality. You are the law. You are your own reality. Now, let's open the vault once again and rediscover the extraordinary simplicity of consciously creating the life of your wildest dreams. Welcome back to the Kearin channel.
One of you reached out to say that you've been a follower and a student of the law of assumption, the law of reality creation, the law of manifesting, right? The law of I am for many years now. And that you've manifested some things, other things you haven't. It's been mixed. And you're saying, I just don't know how to get there, where I'm always creating the life of my dreams, where I'm always in my power. Well, we're going to talk about this idea today and more. Remember, it's not about really following the law or being a student of the law. The only step that's required is the realization and the knowing that you are the law. Right? It's like in Scripture where Jesus chooses his 12 apostles, right? His disciples, out of all of his disciples, all of those following him, he chooses those 12, right? There's a scene in that TV show called The Chosen, which I've talked about many times. Jesus Christ, as your I am awareness, the metaphysical meaning of Jesus Christ as your I am awareness of being, pulls all of his disciples together, the 12 disciples that have been following him, and says, I have chosen you 12. I've chosen you 12 to be my apostles. Think about this. No longer students of the law. No longer followers. No longer having faith in God or faith in I am, but having the faith as God, having the faith as I am. Now being the message, right? Faith as that I am awareness, spreading the news or the gospel, the good news, right? Jesus says, I have chosen you 12 to go out and declare the kingdom of heaven is at hand. In other words, the metaphysical message is I am that person that I desire to be. I am living that life that I've always dreamed and desired to live. That I do have everything that I want and desire. This was the idea, right? He says, I have chosen you 12 to go out and do works and wonders and miracles. Right? And they're all looking at each other. What? I do miracles? And he goes, I'm going to send you out 2 by 2. The idea of 2 by 2 is the duality, the idea of the physical world. Right? As you create your physical experience, as you create your dream life as a physical experience. I have chosen you. That's the step. The only step that's needed is to have that faith as that I am awareness, as the law. Not following the law anymore, not studying the law. I know this person said they've studied Neville, Goddard and all of them, and they've been following our channels and other channels. But it's that whole idea that they said, I've been manifesting now for many years. Stop manifesting and know yourself as the manifestation, as the law, as source, as the creator, as the one and only power. Right? And remember when, in this particular scene, if you Google it and watch this scene or you watch The Chosen, when he says, I'm going to send you out to do works and wonders, one of the disciples said, was there a ceremony I missed? We always believe we're missing something. There's something I'm missing. I'm not quite there yet. Because we have all these changing thoughts and feelings and all these physical circumstances changing around us. right? And we think there's something going on, something I'm still missing. But Jesus, as your I am awareness, says, this is it. This is it. The kingdom of heaven's at hand. You're not meant to follow the law or be a student of the law. You're meant to be the law. You are the law. You are reality. In other words, I am the power. You are the power. You're all of it. It's not just mere faith in God or faith in that power. It's faith as that power. That's powerful, right? And one of them, the other disciple says, well, I don't feel any different. And what does Jesus, as your I am awareness of being, say? I don't need you to feel anything to do great things. There's nothing you need to do great things, to be that awareness of being that you are. And in another episode, it was the healing at the pool of Bethesda, which I've done dozens of videos about that one powerful scene, where Jesus says to the paralyzed man, you don't need this pool. It does nothing. It means nothing. You only need me. You don't need to keep following processes and techniques and keep studying different ways and different methods to manifest and create the life of your dreams. You need to just take one step, and that step is I am the law. I am the power. I am reality. I am all the reality there is, because I am all that is. Wow. I am the way. I am the truth. I am the light. I am the resurrection. I am the bread of life. I am it. I am that I am. I am the vine. That's why all of those I am affirmations, one after another in John, in the Gospel of John, very powerful. It's this whole idea pointing you to you're not meant to follow. You're not meant to follow a power that appears outside of you. Right? You're not meant to believe in a power that's outside of you. You're meant to believe as that power, that there's nothing outside of you, that you are the one and only power. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Tom Kearin channel and studios at Be Something Wonderful, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, thank you. Be sure to join us on the Be Something Wonderful channel. We released a big video there. And later this month, we're going to have our 5th live event of 2025, our 29th live event on the Be Something Wonderful membership channel. So if you're interested and you want to ask questions live, well, during the event, be sure to join us. There'll be another, did an announcement. We're going to do another announcement with a link. I am your host, Tom Kearin. And this is the Tom Kearin channel and studios of Be Something Wonderful, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators with great love, with great light and infinite gratitude. This is Tom Kearin here and on the Tom Kearin channel. Until next time, we'll see you soon.